Shalom, family trendsetter. In the background, you're going to hear some noise, all right? So please bear with me. Now, before I continue, some of y'all might take offense to what I'm going to say, but I mean you no harm, family. I just like to present certain information when, it's obvious, all right? So please don't take offense. Don't get into your feelings and shit. I know you Christians are emotional and so forth. But I just have a couple questions to ask before I go into the meat and gravy of this video. The first question I have to ask is, first of all, where is Jesus Christ? Because over 2,000 years, according to the story, he died on the cross and he rose again, and he died in order to save us. So he was a sacrificial lamb, but incidentally, he was a man. But I can overlook that. Maybe it's a metaphor, right? Metaphor, lamb, man, whatever. But where is Jesus Christ? Is he still on vacation? Because I know we black folks, right? A lot of times, like Bernie Mac said, when we break, we break. And according to history of this Savior that I don't believe ever existed, but let's say for argument's sake he existed, he was a man of color. And I think after he died and allegedly rose again, because maybe he didn't rise, maybe he didn't rose after his death, because everybody's calling upon Jesus, Jesus, or Yahweh Shai, Yahushua, but nobody's being saved. You have 3.5 billion Christians, right, calling upon this deity every Sunday, in some cases every day, but yet still the world is in turmoil. Are we bringing down judgment upon ourselves, family? Are we calling upon a foreign god, a demigod, a deity that the Most High tells us not to use or utter out of our mouth? Could that be possible? Because I'm going to say this, and I really don't want y'all to be offended by this, okay? But just those people that perished, right? That was shot and killed by these domestic European American terrorists, right? Because a lot of them are descendant from Europe, so they can go back to their country as well. So the domestic terrorists here in the United States of America, these white people that murdered these Spanish people in El Paso, Texas, right? I guarantee 99% of those Spanish people believe in Jesus or Jesus Christ, or deal with Catholicism, probably Catholics. And I can guarantee when this was happening, right, when the shooting was when it occurred, that they was calling upon Jesus or Jesus Christ. They was kissing that crucifix that they wear around their neck. Because I've seen them do it a lot, a lot of time when they're even when they're gonna box, like that guy Pacquiao, when he's gonna box, he'll do the cross and shit and kiss his hand, and they are very religious people. So where was Jesus Christ to help these people out? That's just a question. I've been asking this question for a long time, but no one seems to answer this question. Is he still on vacation? And this devil on your screen, right? When he went to the Sentinel Island to preach Jesus Christ to these people right here, the Sentinel people, right? The people that never have heard of Jesus Christ before. For thousands of years they've been existing, they've been surviving. The Most High power have been blessing them. You know what I'm saying? Didn't need no outside intervention or outside help. When this devil went to the Sentinel Island, right, with Jesus Christ in his backpack, why didn't Jesus Christ appear out like a genie out of his backpack and helped him out in a situation where he didn't have to lose his life? Or was the backpack too tight to conceal Jesus? Because Jesus is like a genie and shit. He appears when you need him, according to Christianity. But why didn't Jesus help this devil right here when he tried against all the warnings, right, that was given to him when he tried to go to preach Jesus to Sentinel people? They wasn't having this shit. Because see, these people never knew Jesus. They don't know English. So how was he really going to convey the message of Jesus? What was he going to do? Show a picture of a blonde-haired, blue-eyed devil to these people and say, this is your savior? You know what I mean? When these people don't need a motherfucking savior, they just need to be left alone. So why didn't Jesus help him in a time of need? I could say that with any situation. You have El Paso, you have the one that happened in Ohio, you have Chicago, that they had the mass shooting, but they're not talking about it. You know what I'm saying? They're not claiming it as a mass shooting, even though multiple people got shot, 5 people succumbed to their injury and shit. But they're not calling that mass shooting because, see, they want to hide the fact that these are devils going around in disguise shooting, our people down, gunning our people down, talking about what they call it, gang related and black on black crime. These same fucking police officers that's policing the community is the same one going by stealth on the weekends when they don't have nothing better to do and shit to go hunting for black folks. You see what I'm saying? Y'all don't understand this shit is deep. Because there ain't nowhere in the world, I'm not straying off topic, but there's no way in the world black people say to themselves, you know what, we want to get on the action. Shit, we want to be a part of mass shooter too. Let me go shoot up my neighborhood and shoot 42 people and kill 5 people in the process. We ain't doing that, but what they had to do, they had to divert the attention off of these motherfuckers because they look like them. You know what I'm saying? This is what the media does. And this is what these devils do. So they say, you know what? We can't have the world seeing that America has mass shooters, you know, our rejects of society, these rejects of society, these devils that went out there and killed these people. We can't have the world pointing the finger at so-called white people in America being domestic terrorists. So what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to create another scenario. So they sent their people out to kill our people and blame it on us, say we're having gang-related shootings and shit. But this shit didn't work. It did not work because I don't hear anybody talking about Chicago, even though they should be talking about Chicago, because that was actually a mass shooting that occurred as well. But because they fucked up by always spinning the narrative, always going around gunning our people down and blaming on black crime. So now society, other nations of people, other countries, they're desensitized. So when they hear Chicago, of course, they're going to think of, you know, gun violence and shit because that's the narrative that's being spun. However, they not worrying about black people. They never cared about black people to begin with. All they care about is white people that look like them. So when they try to deflect and say, oh, see, it's not just white people doing mass shooting, black people are doing it too. They don't give a fuck about us. We're on the bottom as far as they're concerned. For now we are, because we got next, but they just don't realize that. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's what they do, fam. So a lot of y'all believe the shooting that occurred in Chicago, because it was 3 mass shootings that occurred. But the third mass shooting, they didn't give it much coverage because, you know, they just wanted to be like, well, business as usual in Chicago. And it is business as usual in Chicago because killing black people in Chicago is a big business. Because when they shoot you, oftentimes you don't die right away. They harvest your organ on the way to the motherfucking hospital. They cutting into your shit, doing that wire incision, taking out your whole organs. A lot of y'all don't know that's big business in Chicago and other black major cities because these parasites, they need us. They need us amongst them. It's almost like, just like how, you know, they go hunting and shit for deer and animals. They go hunting and they start eating the body part. That's what they are towards black people. They need us to survive in more ways than one. The melanated content in our skin that gives us beautiful dark skin complexion, they need that shit to make sunscreen lotion to survive the sun. Where do you think they're getting these properties from? We're being hunted, family, and we have to realize that we need to be vigilant of these devils because even though the Most High is using them to self-destruct, you know what I'm saying? They killing each other and they killing themselves and all that, but we still have to be vigilant because they're going to try to take us out with them because these are some entities. I don't know where the fuck they came from. I know what the purpose of them was to punish us and shit, but that demonic entity went too far with it. So again, where was Jesus Christ when these people needed him? Where was Jesus? You know what I'm saying? Why are these Catholic people calling upon a savior but they're not saving them? For over 2,000 years Jesus Christ been on vacation. When is he coming back? You know, exactly where the fuck is he at? Because wherever it is, I want to go there and shit because it seems like it's exciting. Because he decided he's not coming back to this motherfucker. You know what I mean? But anyway, family, I just wanted to share my thoughts for the day. Just a question I had. I'm not trying to be insensitive. You know, indirectly I am. But I'm not trying to be directly, you know, insensitive. I just need to ask this question. Where is Jesus Christ when you need him? Why is he never around? And is his name really Jesus Christ? The name, no other name you can be saved under because the Hebrew prophet, he was a Hebrew Israelite, and guess what? In Hebrew, we don't have J's in our alphabet. So exactly who the fuck y'all calling upon? Which deity are y'all worshiping on Sunday? Follow the law, statutes, and commandments of dietary law. That's the only way you're going to be saved.